Rangers may now be American owned and they're getting backed by the mighty dollar, but according to a certain Celtic legend and treble winner, his club has nothing to worry about next season. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And we've got Bobby Petta. You might be wondering who he is. Well, he played for Celtic for 5 years. I mean, he was a decent player, maybe not a legend, but I tell you what, he did do something pretty historic. He won a treble not long after, Rangers' dominance, and that treble under O'Neill, that was certainly a magical moment for Celtic. He was involved in that, so he knows what it's like to win in Scotland. He's now seen his team win in Scotland now for pretty much the last 15 years, minus a little mistake or two, minus a little failure or two in a cup final. But he thinks that there's nothing to worry about. He doesn't think it matters that Rangers are now American-backed in their finances, because he believes there's no challenge, and that despite the 49ers takeover, Celtic have hee-haw to worry about.
Big Bobby Peter Bread can say what he wants, but you know what? I'll stick him in the toaster, because see at the end of the day, right? I feel like you can't win with some people, because this guy will probably come out on the Daily Record, right? Like next week or in 2 months and be like, "Oh, it's not easy winning league titles for Celtic. Oh, Brendan Rodgers is doing a wonderful job." It's like you get articles like this, and then you get articles like that where it's like you hear Sutton saying, "Oh, it's not easy for Celtic to win leagues when they've got 400 million more than every other club," and then you've got this whole stuff. "Oh, we're going to walk it. Oh, we always hear the Rangers are coming. The Rangers are coming." I mean, it's just pish, isn't it? The media is just a fucking disaster up here, man. It is.
Well, in fairness, it's the first time I've heard this guy say anything in 21 years, so...
Yeah, and I just buried him. I mean, honestly, I'd never heard him. Most people had never heard him. Couldn't tell you... I mean, does he even exist?
Well, he does exist.
But was he a big with the big appearances?
He was decent enough for Celtic.
Where did he play?
I think he was kind of a midfield, I believe. Possibly left back at times.
I left back in the bloody changing rooms, man. The guy's rank rotten. You do a wee quick research there, but I'll drag it out. But I mean, he says Celtic got nothing to worry about. I'm not saying they're going to have big stuff to worry about, but he's from Rotterdam. From Rotterdam, anyway.
Well, I said left back. I meant at left wing, actually. I knew he was on the left.
Aye. People tend to be left wing.
He'd a left foot, so that's all that matters. Anyway,
he played for Feyenoord, a few other diddy clubs in there. Pacific Shelf in '94. He spent a year on loan. Adelaide United, Sydney. Someone has completely taken out his Celtic career on Wikipedia, which is kind of funny, isn't it?
Which is not right.
Apparently, he did nothing between 1995 and 2006.
Yeah, I mean, he won the Scottish League Cup. I tell you what, they've taken away his Scottish Cup as well. They said, "Here, you didn't win a treble in 2001." They've just, I don't know, man. They've just deleted this guy's history. I'm not quite sure what's happened.
His last club was Rossvale, and there's a question
mark. Yeah, he was declared bankrupt after retiring from football. Sure didn't he play for Rangers? Anyway, it was a cast extra in the film World War C, which has been shot in Glasgow. Interesting thoughts there. And
World War C was shot in Glasgow? There you go, man.
Oh, he ended up in a police cell with Neil Lennon. That must have been pretty interesting. And after a night out, anyway,
after a Daily Record photographer allegedly had their camera stolen and it was worth 12 grand, and here he is talking on the Daily Record. The world comes full circle, doesn't it? He's a house music disc jockey. What's a house music disc jockey?
Fuck knows, but here's what he had to say regarding the Rangers takeover and the 20 million investment into the squad for this summer transfer window. He said, quote, "For me, it doesn't matter what happens at Rangers. Sure, keep an eye on it and be vigilant, but they shouldn't be able to get close to Celtic in the next year. I think Celtic will win the league, and that will be 5 in a row. It's getting higher and higher all the time. It's up to Rangers to be stronger and more consistent to make a proper challenge over 38 games. Let's see if they're capable of doing it under new owners and the new manager. There are still a lot of questions unanswered at Rangers. If I was at Celtic right now, I'd be thinking to myself, bring it on, and let's see what you've got. I would not be scared in any manner of Rangers. End of quote. So, yeah, he says Celtic have nothing to worry about and that he would not be scared in any manner of Rangers. So, Bobby Petta obviously believes that the Rangers aren't coming.
Oh, yo, I'm not saying the guy should be petrified, right? I do think the term scared is a bit pish, but it's like, I mean, if you want to play devil's advocate and you want to play both sides of it, well, I mean, Celtic have got a better squad, they've got more money, despite this 49er takeover. There's more chance of them getting into the Champions League, which therefore, guarantees more money and the likelihood to attract better players and shit like that. They're off the back of 4 in a row. I mean, everything realistically points to 5 in a row. I mean, Rangers haven't even appointed a new manager, so we don't really know what's happening in that regard. And they've dominated the last 15 years, pretty much. On the other side of things, Rangers, even with Barry Ferguson and Clement, managed to, get more victories against Brendan Rodgers than what Brendan Rodgers managed against Rangers last season. I feel like last season's campaign literally was rock bottom for Rangers. It can't get much worse. And, I mean, what would you rather, right? Rangers got more points against Celtic than what Celtic did against them, or would you rather it be flipped where, kind of like under Beale and Clement in the 23-24 campaign, where they couldn't get results against Ange or Rodgers and beat them, but they would beat everybody else, but like they would draw or lose against Celtic. Like, what would you rather going into the next season but trying to rectify? Sorting out results against the lesser teams or sorting out the results against Celtic? Because apparently it looks like the results against Celtic have been sorted out to a degree.
I'd rather be able to beat Celtic because, I mean, theoretically, it should be easier for Rangers to beat. If Rangers can beat Celtic, then they should be able to beat the other teams. That's how I'd look at it.
Yeah, but, I mean, Big Bobby...
Whereas if you can't beat Celtic, I think it's unlikely you're going to win a league title. If, let's say, if you're losing 3 out the 4 Old Firm games, it's going to be hard to win a league title that way.
Big Bobby can be scared or he can not be scared, right? But the fact, I think this is factual. Rangers have got more chance of winning the league with this takeover than they did without it.
Yeah, well, he thinks it doesn't matter, but I mean, I disagree. I disagree. I think it matters. He says that it's going to be 5 in a row. Listen,
it probably will be 5 in a row.
Celtic are favourites, but I think this takeover certainly makes it more interesting. I think that Celtic and Brendan Rodgers will be.
But
I think they'll have one eye looking over their shoulder.
See, to a degree, right? He's right. Like, what is there to be scared of? Because nothing's happened yet. We're not sitting at the end of September and Rangers have plucked like 10, 15 million players at their arse. Now, if you're sitting at the end of August and Celtic have lost like a Tatty and they've lost Maida and they've not really brought anybody in, and while Rangers have like got rid of all the duds and brought in guys who've kicked on, and Rangers are all of a sudden in the group stage of the Champions League and Celtic are down in the Diddy League, the Thursday night plate competition as some people would put it, then maybe that's a cause for concern, but all hypothetically speaking into at the end of the day. So Big Bobby can relax, the Petta can come out the toaster and he can move on.
I've always preferred 9.
I've always preferred 9, aye.
Aye, and I think that's for...
What's the other one? 9, Petta, what's the other one?
Poppadom?
I don't know, there's not another one? No?
Oh no.
That's it then.
There you go.
We're on to toast.
Rice, as some people would say it. Yeah. Anyway,
I know it is rice, but I don't know, I was trying to go with toast, but I'll fucking wrap this up, man. This is a poor effort.
Anyway, Bobby Petta doesn't look impressed there, does he?
No, he doesn't. He's looking at that flag like...
He's got disdain for the American, the stripes.
America!
The red, white and blue, he's not impressed.
America!
Anyway, can the 49ers make Rangers great again? That's the big question. Bobby Petta does not think so, but
look at Rangers, right? 3 trophies since, in a very, very long time. It's been unacceptable. Give this Rangers board 14 years from when they took over on Friday there. They're going to have more than 3 trophies. That's a fact.
Well, something will have went horribly wrong if they don't.
Yeah. I mean, how many trophies are up for grabs? 14, 14 times 3. I mean, that's a lot of trophies.
42.
Yeah, 42. Factor in European trophies though as well, which, yeah, you're in the Conference League, you never know. A lot of trophies up for grabs, guys. 56, theoretically. If Rangers are walking around...
Right, the race to 56 this season, I mean, that's a big...
That is a big one.
It's a big one. And aye, we'll see who gets it first. Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace. Let us know if you agree, by the way, with Bobby Petta. Do you think that there will be no challenge for Rangers? Has Celtic got title 56 in the bag, or is Bobby Petta selling Rangers short? Is he ruling them out, despite, you know, this big takeover? Let us know in the comments.